Leshen's imaginative exploration of a mystical world, its properties, its inhabitants, and its sources of magic, like the best fantasy fiction, teaches us more about humanity. His illustrations and maps create a world that you can follow, visualize, and be immersed in as you read his work, a mix of poetry and prose. Leshen's story is read by Wessel Pretorius, actor, voice-over artist, director, and writer. You can choose how to follow Leshen's story. Either mute the sound and read it in your own reader's voice, or experience it through Wessel's brilliant dramatic reading.
The Blade of Destiny by Leshen Naidoo. The story of my life. I come from a place called Pretorius, a continent of mountains and valleys. There are beautiful forests, bountiful seas, and cultures as old as mountains. I am known as a moon scale, from a race of dragons known for our silver blue scales, unique crest of horns, and an affinity for the night. Before the time of the mountains, our people had powers, power over the stream of the future, and a connection to the moon. That's all we know. Unfortunately, in Pretorius, it's been a long time since that type of magic has been seen, let alone used. Pretorians know of only 4 branches of magic, those being water, earth, fire, and air. These pillars of the world form the branches of magic. When one has the ability to use magic, they are known to draw upon something known as the cord. The cord is a massive twist of magical energies which flow around everything. Magic users can summon threads or strings from the cord and then produce a variety of effects based on one's magical affinity. Unlike all regular Pretorians, I am unable to draw on any threads, not fire, nor earth. I do have a magical affinity. I feel it. I know it. I see the pieces of it sometimes too, in the mirrors of my home, in puddles after it rains, and in my dreams, where all I see is the stream of future and how everything twists and changes. I've proposed that there is a 5th branch to the cord, the branch of spirit, which represents the indescribable creation which is life. It represents emotions and thoughts, magic in its purest form, the future, past, and present. The cord, the source of all magic. For years, I was taught there wasn't a 5th branch. My parents were steadfast in their beliefs and teachings. But however loving and caring, they never understood me. But something else tapped into a power, unknown, a 5th branch. Somehow that branch found me, and I was able to connect to the cord. Now this is my story, and my future. The sight of future. A small sparkle, a reflection off of some tiny rain puddle, a shining silver disc left on the ground by the rains, forever staring up at the moon, mimicking her brightness. I stepped closer. I knew it was simply water. It had been pouring never-endingly over the last days. Yet something beneath my feet, under my silver scales, it called me, and I moved one foot in front of another, each step like moving gargantuan mountains, and yet I still moved ever closer to this pool of reflected moonlight. All too quickly, I was there at the puddle, shimmering like diamonds, and there I was, standing at the edge of the world. Something flowed under my claws, up my scales, and around my horns. Power! I looked over the edge into liquid silver, and for a second all I saw was my own reflection staring back, as quick as a sword strike. Suddenly and violently came my destiny, came the visions, came the power. Now, every step is laid out, every choice, every action, every word. All had a power they never did before. Now I was destined for something. Here I saw it. The future, the whole future, not random pieces, not just 2 minutes ahead or the next day's events. I saw the whole and a continent, Leyenyanti, the place of magic. This is where I belong, where magic is made of 5 branches and not 4, where I'm not a disappointment or a mad theory-obsessed maniac, where I can be me. First, I'd have to leave. How sharp, leaving. The world is as cruel as a sword, with no mercy or kindness, and now my home finds itself at the bladed end of destiny. A cruel sword somehow, a wand, which magicked the walls of my home into a prison, turned the memories of laughter and comfort into sickening chains, the ceiling into a crushing force, the windows now bars, teasing me with the sight of futures beyond me, a promised beauty which now turned all I had here to dust, a beauty which made every colour pale, and worst of all turned our simple entryway, something I'd never leave, if never to return, into the exit. My exit. And now I'm miles away on some faraway random rock out in the sea. My family, my culture, my people, they're all so far. My mother can no longer comfort me or sing sweet nothings. I can no longer dance in the skies with my sister or eat home-cooked food. I can no longer stare into endless forests and sky-touching mountains. Now everything is a sad, empty blue all the way, until sight fails. Why have I left everything I've ever known for a vision, some fleeting dream, which somehow hasn't escaped my mind? Hope. How long it stays when your feet are on the ground. Yet once it feels like your feet can't remember soft earth or rocky cliffs. Hope seems to flee. Once all you can see is blue, permanent, immovable blue, the ocean's blue, the sky's blue. Hope seems to find itself lost. Once your rest is severely overdue, and you simply cannot go on. Hope seems to leave you. That is until it comes back. That's when hope pulls a mountain from the never-ending blue. The place is beautiful. I've never seen so many colors. The plants, the sky, the sand, even the insects, and especially the dragons. I can smell the hope and the magic. Here I am, claws digging into soft white sands, bright, luscious green foliage, flowers like captured flame, lilac blue and pink flowers amidst a galaxy of jungle. Winds carry melodies of crashing waves, rustling greenery, songs of 1,000 birds, the orchestra of a new continent, whispers from new soils and secrets from new waters. Here I am, far away, and now at home. Leinyanti is full to the brim with beauty. I never thought anything could top the views in Therese, but here it's different. The air itself is full of life and energy. There's a constant buzz, a flow, magic twining and weaving into a magnificent tapestry of life and magic. And here beauty can be found everywhere, from stones to leaves. Most importantly, within other dragons. There she is, the first I see, the one I'll know, not silver and blue. Unlike me, she is an opal, silica, pearls, every scale, iridescent. She bends her neck towards me. Her eyes are lunar light. Love was something unattainable, something I could only dream. Love was something which slashed my heart and burnt my soul. I wasn't worth love or worthy of it. Yet, here I am, in her bed and in her heart. Here now I lie, in place, like a mirror once shattered, now reforged and formed into something new. Here in velvet, satin, silks and weaves, among sleepy whispers and sweet nothings, I find my place along the curve of her graceful neck, between our interlocked claws, around our intertwined tails, the breath we share, the bed we share, the love we share. Love had carved the cruel blade of destiny into a wand, my wand, which no longer paled the colours of my life, no longer turned homes into prisons and entrances into escapes. My power is something that shouldn't even exist on Therese. Now it's something that I wield without fear or hesitation. My power is my own, the shape of future. A roaring flame, the shimmering off of the water, an ocean of liquid silver further than sight, a mirror which captured the moon's visage, a roar which echoed deep in my bones, across my scale and around my horns, reverberated in the cavity of my chest, a call which summoned my soul. Ever closer to the great mirror, I moved, the roar growing louder, rhythm matching my heart, energy swelling with my inhale, shaking the earth with my exhale, silver spilling towards me, power growing, bursting from the seams of the earth, running in my veins through the tips of my claws, filling the air, chanting its secrets, channeling through me as I stared over the edge of the world. Now it was no longer a sight of who I am, but of who I shall be, the one who sees, the blade of destiny mine. I am shaper of future.